Well, the weekend has passed. We're here on Monday, and I've taken our first group of 6 samples off the press. Just a couple thoughts. Do you remember when I said we mark the back of the samples with the site and their code, their number, profile number? I don't know, you can just make out in these that number. That's because the resin either infiltrates the slice or comes around the side in bonding and can smear those details. So that's why we mark on our foil samples 1 to 6, and then we take our samples off the press and line them up in the order in which they'll be put on the machine. So that's thought number 1. Thought number 2 is these are very rocky samples. So I am seeing some air between the glass and the sample. And we want to watch as we thin section away this width on the coarse wheel that the rocks don't start letting go. So we're going to mount these. We're going to take away probably 3 to 4 mil of width. So we will use the micrometer, but really what we're wanting to do is set the grind, our eccentric wheel, on 3 for the coarse grind, 15 micron passes. We're going to set our micrometer for a stop mark of 4 mil, and that means if you take away the width of our almost 3 mil glass, we'll have 1 mil left. At that point, we're going to check how our rocks are doing before we put on the fine wheel to take our thin sections down to the final grind. So I think what's best, because of the noise in the machine, I'm going to clean the backs of the glasses off with a blade and some acetone to make sure there's no resin that can lift that glass off the sample plate. Because if there's anything there, that means that part of a sample may grind off too early. So make this clean as focused as possible. You want the glass pristine before you mount them with your oil on the permanent mounting head. I think what I'll do is I will stop the grind at 4 and we'll have a little review, and we're going to look at whether we want to change to the fine wheel and how to progress with these particular rocky samples. Oh, bug report. I forgot to say, the coarse wheel, our brass rim on the coarse wheel is holding the diamonds in a fixed metal matrix, and that is likened to 400 carbon silica paper. So it's not a real big bite of an abrasive. It's likened to a 400 grade carbon paper. So that 400 grade per se with diamonds, which have a bit more bite, is going to be doing the major work of taking our 15 microns at a time off our sample slices to 1 mil. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera off and we'll pick it up when we hit the 1 mil mark to see what we want to do.